Okay, so we are back with another episode, and as usual, I need to check the audio to make sure it's working fine. So, okay, the audio seems to be fine. Uh, so we'll go ahead and load the game. Okay, so we stopped last time after having a detailed conversation with Dal, and we barely made any progress in a spatial sense. We started in the preparation room right here, and we started in the preparation room. We explored these two rooms. This room had had two larger tables. We came in smaller tables, so we were also curious about why there were larger tables. And it seems like for larger tables, we have this circle section where they come in from these two areas, and then they get shifted around and sent to different sections. Oh, you can see these little nudges here. The larger tables maybe I don't know. Maybe they go into those? No, that can't be. Oh, see, there's an entrance for a larger. No, that's not a larger table. Hopefully, we'll find out what these are. And we are in the third room now. We really need to get out of this place. It's very drab and dreary, and we are fed up with this place. Actually, we have to get out. But we are in the third room, and we need to. I think we can talk to this zombie here. There seems to be no one else here. Dal doesn't know, or we didn't have an option to ask Dal about the keys. Actually, we have a door here which requires keys. It says it goes up or down. I think it says it goes up or down. So we might be able to go to a different floor if you open this gate, but seems like Dal also has. We don't have an option to ask him either where the keys are. So that's one thing, and I think our journal should be somewhere in the mortuary. We read a description saying that the uh, possessions of the I don't know what the terminology is. The possession of the dead bodies that come here, they are to be kept somewhere until an initiate comes and picks them up. And so hopefully it should be somewhere in the mortuary, and we need that journal. We need to get the journal, and then we need to go find Farod. And I think Dal has mentioned to us that. To search Farod, we need to go to one of the hives and ask people around because uh, uh, Farod might be sticking around somewhere near the hives, and people there might know. And Mort is just coming along with us. I don't know what Mort's plan is, or if he has a clear backstory. Uh, yeah, he's a mystery, but he seems very chirpy. He's very energetic and he's a bit edgy also, so it's fun to have around. Okay, so let's see what all interactable items we have here. It seems there isn't much. There aren't many things here, so it seems like the clear direction is either to go here or talk to the zombie. But zombies have never been really conversational in any sense towards us, so I don't know if anything will come of talking to him. Let's see. This huge corpse. Okay, is it huge? This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of book in its arms. Okay, is it having some sort of an intellectual role to play? Because every other zombie has been doing menial labor. So he looks to be a librarian, maybe an important zombie. Examine the books. It is great. Oh, we don't even address him directly. We examine the books. Maybe we should address him first. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. So we remember that in the log that he received in the receiving room log book, the last page was missing. Maybe last page contained information about where our belongings are, maybe our journal, and maybe it's that paper that's here. Take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs to in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife. Okay, why would somebody? So you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read through it. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appears to be recent arrivals. Note: to read notes, books, scrolls, place them in your inventory, then right click on them to bring up the information panel. Examine the zombie again. Let's give him a good hard look. Uh, yeah, it's the same. The books appear to be all, one of them any particular interest. You do another search through the text, but you find nothing more. So how did you come to be a librarian? All the jobs, other jobs taken? Hmm. Okay. The corpse stares blankly at the wall. Okay. Let's talk to him one more time to make sure he doesn't have anything else. Yeah. So I think we got our logbook page. So we have a page here. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, notice the last page has been cut out. So I think we received the last page now. Okay, receiving log page, weight 0. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a typed, crabbed script. So it's like in the sense that we can receive this page without receiving the logbook. So they'll kind of address the fact that it's a crabbed script both in front of the log page as well as in front of the receiving, like on the top of the description for the log page as well as for the book, which is, yeah, nice. 16,537, fifth night. Wow, what is this number? Fifth night. Drunk. Chest wound. Cause of death. Mauling. Abishai. I don't know what Abishai is. Collector. Pox. Three commons. Paid. No possessions. Okay, this is the time. Then they say it's a drunk, chest wound, cause of death. No, fifth night, drunk, chest wound, cause of death, morning. Collector, pox, three commons paid. Oh, okay, it's not three commons and paid, no possessions. It's three commons paid and no possessions. Three commons paid. Is it paid to the collector? Fifth night. Ah, this is the entry number, I guess. So there are 16,537 corpses that has passed through so far, maybe. Fifth night, desiccated corpse. Let me look up desiccated once more. Probably heard this term, but desiccated. Am I reading it correctly? Desiccated. Okay. Desiccate. Desiccate. Lacking vitality or spirit, lifeless. Preserve by removing all water and liquids from. Dehydrated. It's kind of like a dehydrated corpse, I guess. Cause of death indeterminable. Age of shell prevents identification. Age of shell prevents identification. Wow. Collector Farod. Okay, Farod robbed this desiccated corpse. Three commons paid. No possessions. Stripped. Knife marks evident from dissection. Hmm. So one of these corpses is going to be us with the Farod as description. Farod as the collector. Scarred shell. Cause of death indeterminate. Scar do not appears to be the cause of death. Shock trauma. Collector Farod. Three commons paid. Possessions logged. Fist irons. 13 commons. Middle table receiving room. So I guess we got the fist irons and 13 commons already. Or it might have been a different corpse and we stole the yeah, that might be what it is. Ours will probably be a larger entry, I guess, with the more detail. This is probably someone else and we took all the 13 uh, commons and fist irons from one of the tables, right? So it's very consistent with the world that have been laying out in the previous rooms, which is Nice to notice. 59 desiccated corpse. Scarred shell. So this is corpse. This is drunk. Chest wound. I don't know. One is drunk, one is desiccated corpse, one is scarred shell. Okay. 59 desiccated corpse number 2. Cause of death indeterminate. Age of shell prevents identification. Why is there a star beside that? Collector furrowed 3 common spade. Possessions logged knife marks evident from dissection, but dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found lodged in the abdomen. Copper earring found lodged in the abdomen. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. So we woke up in southwest preparation room, right? So somewhere in the southeast preparation room we might find an earring. Have an initiate from the third circle, examine it. Third circle. It has strange markings like those on contracted workers. Oh, it has strange markings like those on the contracted worker number 79. So maybe if we go examine contracted number worker 79, we'll find some markings, some interesting markings, which we can maybe at some other point get some more insight on. Skeleton. Cause of death indeterminable. Age of shell prevents. I don't know what this age of shell prevents identification. Every time they're mentioning it. What kind of identification? Age of shell prevents identification of what? Uh, hmm, I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, so cause of death is indeterminable because age of shell prevents identification of the cause of death. So maybe that's what it means. Every time after indeterminable, they maybe say this thing. I don't know. Let's move on. We have to keep an eye out for number 79. Skeleton, no possession, stripped, knife marks. As with the previous entries, these shells furrowed has brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked initiate Emoric launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farrod's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. What does that mean? Stifling male. Cause of death slash mark. Discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot, ghoul claws. I'm not sure which one of this is us. Stifling male. Maybe if we check the character details or biography somewhere, maybe we'll find this term as some sort of a race or a species, maybe. Stifling. Look out for 79. Stripped. Species. Hmm. Okay, let's do it. Triangulating eyeball. Armor class. Nameless one fighter. Isn't there a statistics screen? Resistance, proficiency, saving throws, weapon or ability bonuses currently affected by information. Strongest creature, time with party 9 hours. Herb scalpel. Biography. I feel like I've woken up instead. Okay. Don't think there is enough information here for us to. Oh, we got 6310. We started at 6,000 experience. Human. We are human. Human male. We are not type. I don't know what. I don't know if tiefling means actually something or is it like a made up term? Tiefling. Okay. I don't think tiefling is a real word. Journal. Inventory. Typing. Okay. Let's go 13. Probably stolen from. Not stolen, probably just looted from a corpse. Zombie worker 1201. Okay, that's fine. We had this conversation. Okay, let's go back to that room. Oh, what happened? Ah, okay, if you double click, it will center the camera to the screen. Okay. So open the door. Quick save. Oh wow. There is someone who looks sensible here. Can't make out what the model actually is or where it's facing. Lots of stuff around. Bandages. What are these? Judging from the stains, the entrails of these disemboweled corpses are dumped here. Stains truly nauseating. Someone split open this man's chest and has yet to remove the internal organs. Ew. Look at the blood that's just like staining all the place. This is a truly gruesome area, even compared to the previous ones. Okay. What is this room? Maybe the northeast preparation. Northeast, northwest, southwest, and southeast. So here is where we should be finding the earrings. Maybe we are going in a circle like this. Hopefully after going through the circle we'll maybe get a key for this door and we'll come this way and then go up. Maybe. Okay. Iveen. This is about spools of thread, strips of cloth, rusty instruments, stained vials, and bloody sheets. Chalk white body has been drained of blood and treated with embalming fluid. A neatly stitched seam runs down the corpse's chest. Hmm. Okay. So they have processed that body already. It's a preparation room. So are preparation rooms for contracted workers? Did we see a room where a contracted worker is actually or a contracted worker is being prepared? Everything we have seen so far, there isn't a distinction between contracted workers or things that have been prepared for uh, interring or cremation. Uh, maybe all of these are supposed to be workers. The others they just readily cremate or inter. Nameless one. Okay. Let's talk to the zombies. He's been shuffling between these two desks. The eyes of this corpse are set together and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. I guess that compensates. One faces to the left and other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced onto its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy with the eyeballs facing like that? There is no flicker of understanding in the corpse's eyes. They stare silently off to the left and right. Okay. balcony and murky liquid smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. They're really putting a lot of effort into doing whatever it is they're doing here for just dead people. The bandages covering Sylvia soaked to death, even though this corpse looks several days dead, blood still trickles from its wounds. Hmm. Okay. What about this zombie worker? This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. Number 506 has been stitched on its forehead and the side of its neck and its right arm. In fact, the skin of this peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches. Its skin looks like a bizarre street map. Okay. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse running from its arm. Stitches encircle the corpse running from its arm across its chest and up its neck. Okay. Into the dark mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread, stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Unravel what? Needle attached to a thread stitching up the side of its skull. To open up the side of its skull? Oh, we're just gonna get the needle and thread, I guess. We'll examine it once again. Okay, examine the stitches. And we'll use this scalpel has been doing work, okay? We thought it was going to be a shitty weapon, but we have been using it for all sorts of other activities. Cut the stitches with your scalpel, then pull out the needle and thread. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk white skull, where to your surprise number 78 has been chiseled. So we are looking for 79 to see the kind of wounds it has. This is 78, which has been patched up with so many skin pieces, all saying number 506. So what is that about? Seems you got two different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. Wonder what's up with this corpse. Let's look at this one. He seems really lost. This corpse 985 has stopped dead in its track. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks like some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. Corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Give the corpse a push. Try and help the corpse balance. It was great talking to you. Farewell. Okay, let's do the gentle thing first. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady it. As you grab it somehow, the corpse suddenly sways to the right and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Okay. Ah, chief. You might not want... Okay, it's too late. There's a crack from the corpse's left leg and the body falls. Oh my god, I haven't even talked to Aveen and already ruining her whole setup here. I don't know what I just assumed it as a her. I don't know why, but yeah, when we go back to them, we'll have a maybe we'll have a reaction to what we have been doing around. There's a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon, filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse collapse, and even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. You could have pushed instead. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that has spread through the rest of the body. Okay. Wonder if I could make use of that arm. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, it has transformed itself into this collectible thing. Left arm of 985. 1-5 crushing. Speed 4, weight 3. Proficiency clubs. Not usable by mages. This arm snapped clean off 985 when it accidentally toppled, of course. As much as Corpse's knee was rotted clean through, it looks like the combination of thick applications of embalming fluid and rigor mortis has made this arm almost as hard as wood. That's actually a reasonable thing to assume, I would assume. Okay, if you needed to, you could either use it to shake someone's hand from a distance, or use it to bash their skull in. That's a multi-purpose tool. There you have it. Okay.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Let's displace caretakers. Before you say how do you use, nothing at all. Okay. Let's continue. Oh wow, this corpse just teleported right here, is it? 506. Oh my god, imagine if this person had a dialogue tree as large as Dal. We'll be stuck here for the rest of the episode. I'm afraid of that happening. Hopefully it isn't as bad. This disemboweled corpse proves how far you can physically stretch flesh without tearing it. It's like peeled. The chest is like peeled and like notched to the sides of this table. I don't know if they're like cremating or interring. We don't have to we don't have to go to these extremes to do cremation. Maybe they are preparing some of the workers. Still, we don't have such an extreme situation in any other. Oh no, here it is. You can see the same thing here. Ugh. Okay, let's talk to whoever this is. I'm assuming it's an important conversation. Quick save. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she's starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. Okay. Dal has been really friendly with us. I would suspect that this person won't be so, and would be a bit more confrontational, or like, what's the word? A bit more difficult to talk to, maybe. The woman does not respond. She seems to intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands, and her fingers are like talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. Okay, she's an expert at work. I said, greetings. What's wrong with your hands? What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling, chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Make some of them addled in the head. Addled looking too. Okay, they are a different species or a race, and they have a different temperament compared to normal people. And we don't know if this is like prejudice from Mort. Mort is like a really unreliable person to talk to, right? He has his clear biases, I would assume, and probably doesn't take things as seriously. So not sure how much we should trust this opinion. We should carefully try to get her attention again. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings. He seems to have heard you. Quick save successful. Was it there all the time? I don't. Oh my god. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You. She clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hand. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Avine. Go, go, go. You have been assigned a quest. Quests are displayed in your diary and in the quest portion of your journal. To see all the quests you have been assigned and their status, simply select quest from the journal menu. Okay, I don't know. She probably mistaken us for a corpse. She's like one of the workers maybe. She squinted at us and like didn't maybe recognize us. Then gave us a quest immediately without like I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, immediately given a question. I had some questions first. What's wrong with your hand?
My journal.
Journal updated twice. I would wait. I think Dusty Chit. I don't know what a chit is. Might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands? She's a tiefling, Chief. Cause of the knickers, it's some demon or another add in the head. Usually I'll look into. Okay. Tiefling. So we are definitely not a tiefling because Mort is specifically reacting saying facing in the same direction. Yeah, we are definitely not a tiefling, I think. And this last one is a tiefling male. I don't know which one of this would be us. Oh wait, there is a star here in front of it. Maybe all the identification stars are referring to. As with previous entries, this shell Sparrow has brought also shows sign of having been prepared. I have asked that they initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, is one of Sparrow's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. Interesting. Needle and thread heals 6 hit points. Special. This is a spool of thread and small bone needle. They look like they are used for stitching of wounds in living or dead bodies. Is it reusable? I think we have a number attached to it. So bandages heal 3 points, while needle and thread heals 6 points. We are really patching ourselves up in like a really visceral way when you show a needle and thread as a healing item instead of just like a potion or like a bunch of cloth. Makes it a bit more real. And needle and thread is it heals us even more than the bandage. 6 pounds out of 50. Okay. Wow, what is that? Okay, I guess every club looks the same maybe. Yes, this doesn't really look like a hand. Okay. Let's quick save again. Talk to Avine again. See if we have
Updated my journal.
Wow, what was that? As you study the motion of Avine's hand, you feel a prickling along your scalp. And suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring until. So we might be getting one of the flashbacks back of Iveen maybe doing something to us. You are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. You are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The The zombie is laying on a slab and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. You finish stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside. Echo. Keep these things safe and wait for my return. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its side, and as it does, the vision fades. You are watching Ivine's hand make the stitching motions one more. You have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and even lead you to gaining something else of value later on. What just happened? Like, let us try to understand what happened. As you study motion, you feel a prickling sensation. You're standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis is making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. Zombie is lying on a slab. And you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. This is the part that is confusing me most. After a moment, its hand falls back to its sides, and it does. The vision fades until you're watching Avian's hand make the stitching motions once more. So maybe we stitched up something somewhere, and watching Avian do it kind of triggered that uh, recall to happen in our head. Tap her, get her attention. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb Sufis. She clacks her taloned fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring it here. She's probably definitely confused us for a zombie. Go, go, go. Which we look like one, maybe. Since we are heavily scarred and corpse like ourselves. We need to find embalming fluid. We already got the... Okay, we should check the journal. Fetch embalming fluid and needle. Strange woman with taloned hands and tallow-colored flesh on the second floor mortuary embalming room mistook me for a zombie and asked me to fetch some... Okay, it says that he mistook me for a zombie and asked me to fetch some embalming fluid and needle and thread for her. There must be some around the mortuary. Embalming fluid did we get? I think we'll get it somewhere here or here. Don't think we missed anything so far. But this is embalming fluid, right? No, we did see embalming fluid somewhere. God damn it, I don't remember where it is. It was. Oh. Okay. Let's go further ahead. I'm glad that that conversation didn't last any longer than that, at least for now. Huge table. It's much larger than most of the other slabs and is sitting on a platform that allows it to be rotated. Okay. Oh, I skipped ahead. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved on his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Seen anything interesting? What? Okay, finally someone is talking to us. Seen anything interesting going on? It blinks and says, "You're not a zombie. Who are you?"
Updated my journal.
Zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half frightened, half angry expression. Who you? What do you want? I'm looking for a way out here. Can you help me? Why tell me who you are? I'll call guards. Lie. Why? I was looking for you. I'm asking the question. Zombie, tell me. There is no way to unstitch his lips before forcing him to answer all of this? God damn it. Okay. Tell me who you are. I'll call the guards. The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments, then frowns. What do you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on Dusties. Everyone calls them Dusties, even the zombies working for them. No, I'm trying to escape. I'm not a spy. I got sealed in here by Acme. Yeah, I'm spying on the Dusties. Okay? Why don't you tell me who you are, what you are doing here before I call the guards? Okay, maybe let's push him in this direction. There must be something in your eye that makes a zombie's expression crumble. No, 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 don't call the guards. He looks frightened. Me spy at Dusty's, say what I see. Nothing more. Oh my god. He's he's spying on Dusty's by pretending to be a zombie. Oh my god. Spy for who? The zombies fall into fight. The zombie falls. He seems unwilling to say anymore. Come on, who are you watching this place for? Like the thing is, we have no context of this world outside of this four rooms that we have explored. So even if he presents a new faction's name or like anything here, we have no way of like placing them in the world and like seeing what what consequence it has. Like we have no knowledge of the political climate of this world. So whatever information he's going to present us is going to fly over our head, I feel like, unless Mort can maybe jump in and explain the situation. Lot less painful who you are spying for. We need to push him in this direction, I feel like. Hold on, Mort sounds surprised. This Burke must be an anarchist. Eh? Posing as a zombie to be a first for those. Posing as a zombie is going to be a first for those adult swords. So anarchists are also adult. I remember Mort saying that the dustmen are also adult, maybe. Anarchist.
Updated my journal.
Anarchists. They are a faction that wastes their time peeping on authority figures and looking for ways to tear down anything that stinks of order or control. Anarchists, they are a faction that wastes their time peeping on authority figures and looking for ways to tear down anything that stinks of order or control. The anarchists think every berk across the planet will be free and happy to seek out their own truth once the establishment is burned to the ground. They want to establish a new order, no order at all. Okay, I think that is basically anarchism, right? Like even in our modern context, when we say anarchism, I think that's what we mean. That we are taking down all centralized controls or like government controls so that people can kind of innovate on their own and like do whatever they want. Certain things has to be state controlled, I guess, but for the most part they want state control to be taken away so that uh, there is there isn't a strict hierarchy or like an order uh, to control people. Truth, colon. What is truth? That seems. What the hell is truth, colon? What? That seems like a noble pursuit. Order could use a good tearing down every once in a while. That seems pretty contradictory. That has to be one of the most stupid things I ever heard. Whatever. So this is definitely one of those things that will shift the alignment. But I'm just interested to like none of these. Okay, I'll say whatever, but that seems dismissive. What I want to say is that it's interesting and I don't want to lean in any direction at this point. Not in like terms of alignment, but just in general. Zombies watching you both fear. That seems like such a dismissive answer, though. Okay, I should have chosen the first one, honestly. The zombie is watching you both fearfully. He's still silent, but something in his expression tells you Mort's guess was right on the mark. The anarchists, huh? Who are you watching this place for? It will be a lot less painful for you if you tell me now. Why? Give me one moment. Okay, the anarchists, huh? That's who you are watching this place for. It'll be a lot less painful if you tell me now why the anarchists want you to buy this place. We are pushing them more and more with this lot less painful thing. Never mind. What have you seen Desmond do? There was something else I want to know. We'll go with the less aggressive option, but still leaning towards getting some more information out of him. Let's see what his response is. Maybe he's just gonna back away. In that case, we'll need to push him further because I really want to know what anarchist wants with this supposed establishment that's doing the the mortuary as an establishment, I guess. To your surprise, zombie turns away from you. He's starting to glance around fearfully. You won't talk, then get ready to start screaming. Okay, let's just back off. Nothing. They do nothing. Can't find nothing. Dead. Just dead people. Dusty do nothing. Eyes narrow in conviction. Still I watch. Okay, eyes narrow in conviction. It seems like he wants to convince himself that there is nothing else going on. I see. There's something else I want to ask you. Do you know someone named Farod? I'm missing a journal I've seen. I really love this conversation. Like we are going to get a lot of progress out of this person. It feels like because he's at the moment he's scared of us, so he is willing to give us more information than any of the other characters who aren't threatened in any way, right? We have a handle on him at this point, so it feels like he'll give us more than most other characters. How can I escape from here? You can escape through portals. He waves his hand. Poof. What portals? Portals. The zombie waves around the area. Portals everywhere. Okay. Can you show me one of those portals? He's silent for a moment, then nods slightly as if in understanding. Why should I help you? Because I need you to. Maybe we could help each other out. What do you want in return? Because I won't expose your little disguise if you help me. You look like someone who would much rather disguise themselves as a corpse than a BE1. Oh, sorry, B1. Okay, you look like someone who'd much rather disguise themselves as a corpse than B1. That reason enough? I'll go with the third one because I don't want to haggle with him. He isn't a trustable fellow at this point, at least. So I'll hint at the threat. He looks you up and down as if wondering if he can take you. If he can take you. Stares at your scars, then decides again. You can escape through portals. Portals? Portals. You want out? Go to arch of first floor. Northwest room. You need fingerbone shape of crook. You need fingerbone. Fingerbone shape of crook. He hold up his index finger, bends it into a crook. When you have key, go to arch, jump to secret crypt, then can escape from there. When you have the key, go to arch, and this arch is in the northwest room in the first floor. And we have to jump into a crypt, and can escape from here. Secret crypt. Secret escape route. He notes eagerly. You can rest there. You can rest there. Rest is some specific action that maybe heals us or something without the use of bandages. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So he says portals and he also says secret route. So which one of it is true? Is it just a secret route or is it a portal? Maybe it's a portal at the end of the secret route. Crooked fingerbone. Where am I going to find one of those?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Must be one around here somewhere. Look in storage rooms on upper floor. Maybe there. Upper floor? We are already in second floor. We have to go down to first floor. Are you telling that we should go to the third floor first and get this thing? He shrugs. Maybe one around somewhere. Look in the storage room on upper floor. Maybe there. Alright, I had some other questions. Oh, there it is. Very well. I'll check upstairs for this crooked fingerbone, then head to the first floor to one of the arches in the northwest room. Got it. Okay. Go to northwest room and then you jump down some secret crypt. Then you have a secret path there. I had some other questions. Do you know someone named Farod? Who Arod? Zombie frowns briefly in thought. Me, Here he live in me here he live in hive somewhere. He shakes his head. Not nowhere. He frowns again. Dusty is very mad. They not like Farod. Why do they not like Farod? I mean, Dal doesn't like Farod because Farod seems like kind of a shabby guy, in a sense, and Dal is kind of disapproving or uh, disappointed in such a personality, maybe. But every Dusty is, I would have assumed Farod would have had a good relationship with Dusty since he brings so many corpses from every place since he's a collector. But seems like he's not that kind of a collector. He's just maybe all business and no passion. Okay, Dusty is very mad. They're not like Farod. Hive? Why don't Dusty? Okay, let me ask this first. I really
Updated
want to
my
know.
journal.
He's a collector. Brings deaders to mortuary. Sells some to dustmen. Bring lots of deaders. Dusty's not know where he get deaders. Think he's putting Burks in dead book. Okay, so he just gets 3 commons per a dead body, and he seems to be bringing in a lot. And it seems like it's not maybe, and the dustmen are maybe suspecting that it's not natural death and that he has some, he's at least very opportunistic, which in a very aggressive way maybe, which can trigger some people. But he is, I don't know. We seem to have a connection with Farod, which kind of tells us that he might not be as bad. That we'll see. Uh, what? He's saying this Farod Burke has been selling a lot of deaders, corpses to dustmen. That's what collectors do. They gather dead bodies and sell them to dustmen. Sounds like this Farod has been selling so many deaders that Dusty think he's been putting hivers in the dead book before their hours up, killing people. This Farod seems like a saint. I may have some questions later. Don't go anywhere. Uh, what do you want to know? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen it? Do do know. Some Burke peel you? Don't know. Probably don't know. Some Burke peel you? What? He wants to know if somebody robbed you. Probably what happened. I see. There was something else I wanted to know. Okay. If we got robbed before we even landed here, maybe on the way here, maybe Pharaoh took the journal. If Pharaoh took the journal, then it won't be here in the mortuary or in the receiving room or anywhere else we suspected it would be tucked away. Maybe we lost the journal completely. Maybe your journal was our one way to kind of retrace our memories. Maybe before we died, we we were relaying, we were expecting or hoping our journal to bring us up to speed when we wake up again. But now the twist is that it's gone, and we have to find we have to get our memories the hard way. I see. There was something else I wanted to know. Can you tell me something about anything about Dan? Scribe shrugs. Old, yellow. Oh, he's very clear now. There's nothing more to be said, I suppose. I wanted to know something else. How do you get to look like that? Me good at disguise. Me also got scars. Me wear lots of embalming fluid. Me make good zombie. The zombie giggles through stitched lips, then taps his head. Dusty stupid. Me wear lots of embalming fluid. Okay, maybe he coats himself with embalming fluid, and yeah, this is this is an interesting surprise. I didn't expect someone to be in disguise like this. I thought maybe the zombie would have developed a conscience or something, but this is straight up a normal person in disguise. Yeah, they are the stupid ones. They are the stupid ones, all right. The sarcasm is evidently lost on the zombie, who nods eagerly. Stupid Dusties. Me make good zombie. That disguise is pretty good. Can you disguise me as a zombie? Isn't that hurt? He looks at you. Scoffs. I ask you same question. Me, it not hurt much. Claps his chest. Me, tough. That disguise is pretty good. Can you disguise me as a zombie? He looks up. He, look, he looks you up and down for a few moments, mumbling to himself, then nods. Uh-huh. Me jar of embalming fluid. Me need jar of embalming fluid. Points the scars on your chest. Need some needles and thread. This person also needs the same thing as the other person. Embalming fluid and needles. One wants to make us look like a zombie. One just wants to stitch up another corpse into a zombie, probably. I think we went through everything. Arch first floor, northwest room, opens with a crooked fingerbone. Alright, I got it this time. Greetings. You see the false zombie. You are amazed at the man's disguise. His breathing is so subdued you can barely see it. Yeah, he's good at his work. The zombie glances around to see if anyone is watching, then makes a shooing motion and hisses at you. Go away. Git. No, no, I had some questions. Sorry, first. I like his slang. It's very street level slang. What do you want to know? Uh, can you disguise furrowed, missing a journal? How do you get to look like that? Okay, so if you talk to the zombie, there seems nothing else in this room again. We are going the full circle. This might be the last room or the second last room. How many rooms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 8 rooms? Makes sense, it should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it should be 8. There should be 2 rooms here. Stairs up or down? Northeast. Receiving room. Stairs up southwest. They should be southeast. Stairs up or down. Oh, this had note option. It's crazy we have a note option. Let's just make a note here that oh, come on. False zombie here. Done. Okay, we can't. Okay, this is a note. False zombie here. This is even. This is dal. This is even. Just put an EV in here. Oh no, I don't want to click on it. EV. That is our name, right? This is probably not needed, but we are just doing it for the sake of doing it for now. But probably maybe later this will come in handy. World map. Hive, clerk sword, hive. The symbol is very. Do we move the symbol around? We don't know where we are. Okay. Wish the scrolling speed is a bit faster, so let's make this fast. Okay. Let's also make a manual save. It's a bit faster, but it's still.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
It's a very busy room. Well, not in terms of people, but just in terms of the objects laying around. Wow, 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 wow. This door is open. We can go to the top stairs and get that. What was it? Embalming fluid or maybe I don't know what it was. We were supposed to get something from the top floor. The dustmen are caretakers. Dal. Dustman female. The dustmen are the caretakers of Mortuary, a huge morgue filled with bodies. The faction seems to be a pretty somber bunch, rarely showing expression or interest in anything. They seem intent only upon taking care of the dead bodies that come into the mortuary, cataloging them, preparing them, then burying them somewhere. We haven't seen where it is. There is a big tunnel in the center of the room. Maybe just dump everything into that tunnel. Not tunnel, like a hole. This is a dustman female. I don't know. Maybe we were looking at the back of the person's hair earlier. This looks like a pretty normal person. Doesn't look like the whatever tiefling that they mentioned. She's locked. Let's loot everything. Dried blood covers the slab's surface. Okay. Rotting corpse riddled with tubes. Yellow liquid is cycling through the tubes into a strange machine. The machine is making clicking noises like an insect. I'm just gonna reduce the music volume a tiny bit. Ambient is fine, but we're just gonna reduce the music a little bit. Maybe later, when the music changes a bit, we'll uh, bump it back up. But for now, we've been listening to the same very like ominous, uh, like very depressing tune for quite some time now. So we'll try to reduce the impact of that music a bit, just for just for our own morale. Jar of embalming fluid. We got the embalming fluid. I've forgotten what we were supposed to look in the top floor. We were maybe supposed to look for the crooked finger, maybe. Yeah. Embalming fluid special. Plus 2 to 8 to hit points, plus 1 to armor class. Plus 1 to armor class? I suppose. No, I assumed that armor class was supposed to go down instead of going up. So if we use an embalming fluid, it reduces our armor value. It turns us into a minor glass cannon, is it? By increasing our armor class value and increasing your hit points at the same time. Usable only by the nameless one and Mort. So that might mean that in our party we are the only two ones who have like corpse-like characteristics maybe. This is a sealed jar of embalming fluid. It's used as a preservative for dead bodies. As an added benefit, the smell of fluid is more than sufficient to mask the smell of any rotting bodies it is used on. Effects are temporary. More embalming fluid. So we have enough embalming fluid for two of these sub quests maybe, but we only have one needle. Uh, did I take them? I don't think I took the embalming fluid from the last one. Yeah, I didn't take it. Okay. Blood on the table. Dried blood covers the slab surface. Nothing here. Nothing here. Unbearable stench. Okay. We can go up. We can even go down. Wow. So we don't need to unlock any of those. Unlock this maybe. Unless the doors, like doors on the top or bottom, are sealed in between. In which case we might need to open this. Let's go to the southeast. Oh, I'll need a key. Okay, so we'll go. We'll try to open this. It'll probably say it's closed. Okay, we'll go up. God.
All right.
So tired of listening to this music. Stairs down to second level. Okay. Maybe we'll see how they cremate the bodies. Okay. Is it walkable? It is walkable. There are these sections that look really odd. Number 748. According to the number chiseled above its brow, it's odd only in some of its. It's odd only in that some of its seeds appear to be false ones made of reddish brown stone. They are clearly not valuable. However, as its caretakers would have. However, as its care. They are not clearly valuable. However, as its caretakers would have otherwise removed them. Pardon me. Have you seen any skeletons walking around here? I have to ask, why the smoke? I mean, it's not like you have anything to be modest about. Examine skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of this skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that resemble muscles and tendons. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched into skeleton's joints. The skeleton looks like it has seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. Yeah, a veteran skeleton here. Wonder if this greybeard wouldn't mind if I borrowed his body. Greybeard? Greybeard, you know, geezer, old feller, yellow dog, old. Well, I don't think he's in any position to object. Why not take his body? Okay. Mort studies the skeleton for a moment and shakes his head. Nah, I need a fresher one than this and something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. Right, and let's go. Let's try to... Skeleton makes no reply. Hey, I don't want to do this actually. What's notes? You're not quite sure how you managed it with your lungs. Let me tell you more. There's nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging around, breathing the crisp air through the lungs. It's great to have a body. Why do you want to egg him on like this? I'll have you know that helping you escape the preparation room has now been added to my growing list of regrets. More notes again. I should have let you rot some more than it is. Glad you feel that way. Let's go. I don't want to do this at the moment. Feels like you should explore all. Not feels. There's a temptation to explore all the options, but we should try to keep it keep it straight at least for now. And once we get a feel for our character, we'll take it in some direction. Okay, here there is another person here. Dustman. He's just a good old dustman. Nothing. If I walk on here, yeah, we can't walk on there. Ew, this is so scary. Oh, whoa. Oh, he chased us into the whatever this is, furnace or cremation chamber or whatever this is. This man regards his stony gaze. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. If you are not lost, what is your business here? Okay. I'm here to see someone. Who are you here to see? Look at that. Adhan, does he still work here? Or I feel like if we say that, he's gonna see right through it and give us a very snarky remark. Let's see, Dal. Dal is most likely in the receiving note section. He is quite busy and not in the best of health. Unless you are pressing business, I would not disturb him. He doesn't mind. Okay, let's just do a quick save and try to talk to him. Yes. I will summon a guard to direct you out. Hold a moment. Jesus. Snap is. Okay, wait. Alright then. Oh god, that didn't work out well, did it? How do I don't even remember how to attack. I really didn't want that to happen. Okay. How does combat even work? I have no idea. Okay, attack and select Mort and attack. We unpause. There is no unpause button anywhere here.
Sure, why not?
Oh my god.
Okay.
We have not been attacking, or we... Okay, our attack speed is much slower than Mort's. It looks like Mort attacked 3 times without us attacking once. Oh my god, everyone's attacking us now. I think this is a really bad idea. God. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna... Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. Let's load again. We'll talk to him. I'm here to see someone. Do you speak in jest? Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. You are not fast enough, and the dustman dodges your lunge for him. Taking a step back, he claps his hands together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell starts tolling. If a great iron bell starts tolling throughout the mortuary, this whole place is in alarm, and we won't be able to do any sort of like slow exploration. So we will not let that be. So it looks like we chose the one option that might have avoided the confrontation the first time through, like lying about, like acting like a bumbling straight, like a bumbling person who's lost. Seems to be a mistake. Who was being interred? Perhaps the services are taking place somewhere else in the mortuary. You misunderstand. The mistaken interment was me. Okay, if you say this, he's probably gonna say, "Are you justing? Maybe we can take you out with the guards." That could be. Where are these other services taking place? Several interment chambers line in the perimeter of the mortuary. They follow the curve of the wall on the first and second floors. Do you know the name of the deceased? So, we are in the third floor at the moment, I think. And in the first and second floors, we should be able to notice something like uh, a, a small chamber at the periphery of the walls that we explored earlier. So we'll have to go and check that. No. Then you should check with another guides at the front gate. They can assist you. Very well, thank you. That was okay. That was a good conversation. Uh, Lenin has to whisper something to him, then snap his neck. Lie, the name is Adhan. That name is not familiar. Check with one of the guides at the front gate. They may be able to direct you better than I. Okay. Okay, Mr.
I'm going.
Bestman. We don't want to bother you. There's a diligent skeleton worker here. Let's check in on him. Particularly old. The leather straps binding in together cracked and worn. The word repent has been carefully carved into its forehead with some amount of skill. A rougher hand later chiseled 996 onto both its temples. I don't know what this is. I think this is some sort of joke. I don't get it. Why the smoke? I don't know what smoke means. Okay, let me check what smoke means. SMOCK, smoke. A loose coverall for reaching, coat or frock reaching down to the ankles. Embellished by sewing in straight lines crossing each other diagonally. Okay, so it's some sort of a fashion thing where we have crossed stitchings. Leather straps binding together, craft and worn. Actually, maybe we can have a visual of the smoke to have a better idea what that clothing means. Okay, I guess uh, I guess we are talking about the leather straps binding the skeleton. We are looking at it and saying, why bother? There's nothing to hide. Examine skeleton, try and pry out skeletons, join bolts. How about this skeleton mod? Will it do as a body? This is even older. Yeah, I know, fresher on this. Something with a little more dignity. Alright, let's go. This seems to be a woman. This seems to be a man. Ah, we got the second needle. Okay. The zombie worker first. Slightly misshapen head appears to be held together by a narrow metal band bolted directly into the skull. A rusting iron plate over its left eye has a number 465. Its mouth is bolted shut and reeks of embalming fluid. Okay. What is this? Crematorium. So we can see the top of that hole now. Oh god. God damn it. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. Okay, I think we'll have the same conversation. Okay. We are fooling the dustman, which is nice. Ooh, we got some junk. This is a collection of junk. Small springs, broken bolts, and a cracked gear or two. Looks like someone felt these pieces might be useful one day, but they seem pretty useless to you. Do we even carry this around? It takes up a slot and one weight. Obviously we'll pick it up, but maybe if we come across too many of these, we'll skip these. Okay. Where are we? Let's look at the map. Oh, okay. This is a stairs down second level. Crematorium. So this is the crematorium. It's at the very top. They just the rails are all going in. Maybe they'll just get burned and it'll come out the other end or like return back after a while. Stone slabs will be unaffected, I imagine. Corpses live soon together. Number 310. Smell of formaldehyde. We might have met the one interesting corpse in this facility down in the second floor, the disguised false zombie. So maybe dry leathery skin. Oh, we need to check for the number 79 at some point. Leathery skin. It's clear that this was once a beautiful woman of middle years. Whomever prepared the corpse seems to take a pity on her, sewing her bow lips shut with a small neat stitches and tattooing the number 832 upon the forehead in elegant script. Doing anything later. Okay. Let's remove the combat log. What is quick loot? I don't know what is quick loot. Quick loot. Quickly gather any dropped items near the selected character. Ah, okay. So after a combat, we'll have all of the remains of the people enemies lying around, right? So we can click on this and immediately get everything. Imagine that's the purpose. Let's look at this one. Yeah, we already checked. Very dustman. I'm going out, mister. Going out, okay? So we need the crooked finger. We might need to pry it out of one of those skeletons, maybe. Dustman request. Iron pry bar. Usable only by fighters and thieves. Can be used to pry open doors, chests, and even occasional reluctant rib cage. So maybe we can equip this thing and it'll help us open up the skeleton joints easier. It also makes a good bludgeoning weapon when there is no time for subtlety. To use the pry bar to force a locked door or chest, select it as a weapon, then attack the container or door you wish to pry open. Although the pry bar is specifically intended for such use, you can attempt to bash open containers or door with any weapon including your fist. Okay, we can go to the second floor again and open on that locked chest. We'll probably forget it, I feel like, but okay. We have a container here to try it out. We'll remember to check. Okay, let's just check the note first. Okay, let's hold off on that. Okay, a note written on a scrap of dry parchment. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising the contractual worker 42. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I'm certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it's completed a task, it resumes spacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dal recently informed that worker 42 exhibited the same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. Oh. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age may have caused the magic animating him to decay. Same mechanism into zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age may have caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggested it may be following an order issued by the higher ranking Desmond in the past, but I have found no records of such an order. Whatever reason for its behavior, the matter is to be resolved or the worker replaced. So I feel like what they are saying is the necromancer is the person who raised the zombie to become a skeleton, is it? It's a skeleton because he keeps talking about this is just my general idea. Okay, like first they are zombies, then they like go beyond repair or maintenance. Then they get raised as skeleton work as a skeleton worker by a particular necromancer. And then they are talking here about the skeletal worker demonstrating some behaviors uh, of the zombie worker from decades ago. So it was okay at some point, but then whatever magic that animated it has began to decay and its initial tendencies are back again. Uh, or maybe it's starting to remember its initial tendencies, and then some speculation about why this could have happened. Not sure if this is any if of any relevance to our main story or our like memories or something like that, but it maybe just it's just a world building thing where they talk about aspects like the skeleton worker, zombie worker, zombie worker. Okay, why are they lined up like this, staring into whatever they are staring into? Oh, I can hear a zombie sounding noise. It takes forever to explore these areas. Okay. The corpse's meaty head was clearly severed at some point and hastily sewn back on. Several sets of stitching, all in various states of unraveling, seems to indicate that the head is constantly being knocked back off and reattached during its course of work. Number 79 has been cut into its temple, circumscribed by a fanged circle that appears to have been branded on its forehead. A number 79 has been cut into its temple, circumscribed by a fanged circle that appears to have been branded on its forehead. Uh, Fanged circle. Like, this one of the. Okay, let's see anything interesting going on. Is this the fanged circle? Not this one. We have a. I don't know where to see that image actually. Let's check the statistics screen and information. Yeah, this is kind of like a fanged circle, but I don't know. It might be something else. This isn't a circle. This is like a disc, rather. It's not even fangs. It's just like weapons, or like, I don't know. Okay, and we need to figure out where I already forgot. Okay, I already forgot the relevance of 79. Somebody had injury similar to 79. I don't know who. That's the point. I forgot who had who had injuries similar to 79. So let's maybe search here for 79. Okay, 79. No, nothing. Yeah, I forgot the significance of 79. Was it the I can't remember. I'll just leave it for now. I'm already getting headache going through this area in such detail. This looks to be the corpse of a well-aged, even ancient woman. Aside from the embalming fluid stink, the stitches sealing her mouth, and the number 679 stitched into her right cheek. It's likely she looks only slightly different now than she did in her final years. Okay. As if it had only been freshly stripped and prepared. Its jaw and major joints are tightly bound with leather straps, and a rough smoke has been thrown over it. The number 1221 has been chiseled into its forehead. Let me ask this question. Well, they're not going to respond, but maybe it has some significance, like it is maybe a very efficient way to stitch together or like make a skeleton mobile. Maybe it's important in that sense. Whoa, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing that's holding the bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with these old fellows, you know. Oh, I actually didn't want to cause any permanent damage. Oh, it's not a problem. More does a strange bobbing motion that you think might be a shark. Just wasn't sure if you knew that or not. By all means, go ahead. Actually, I didn't know that. It's bolts. We don't need bolts at the moment. When we need bolts, we'll find one nasty looking skeleton and pry it out of him. Let's open this container. We almost forgot. It's not statistics, it's maybe. Where is the inventory screen? Yeah, inventory screen. You equip the pry bar. Oh, everything looks like a club. Okay, let's make sure we equipped the pry bar. And we. Okay.
Forced it.
Okay. We attack the container and we have opened it. Oh, more! Get out of the way. I can't. Okay. Cloud charm, copper commons. Oh wow, we got a lot. I didn't notice how much was in there, but seems like we jumped to 46. Might have been 13 earlier. Okay. Heals 9 hit points. 5% resistance, 10% resistance. Okay. This glistening blood drop is hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads throughout the user's bloodstream. The charm stimulates user's blood into clotting and scabbing over existing wounds. Healing any minor damage the user may have suffered before consuming the charm. Furthermore, as long as the charm is in effect, the player's blood becomes more aware of new wounds that occur, especially any attacks that draw blood. The charmed individual becomes more resistant to slashing and piercing attacks as their blood clots and scabs over the wound as soon as the flesh is torn. Okay, they went to great effort in contextualizing the resistances of resistances provided by the cloud charm. I'm wondering if that will be consistent across the game. If we gain other healing items, there will be a little lore note at the end, which or not like a detail at the end at the bottom, which says why it has that particular effect. So 79 is here. He has 79 written on his chest, on his temple, and he has a fanged circle around, and he has been decapitated. And I don't remember where I read about the number 79. Okay, Uh, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just. Okay. Mortuary Sanctum Key. This heavy key is a strange fusion of bone and an unidentified blood red metal. Its jagged C-shaped head looks like it's ready to clamp down on whoever holds it. This key is used to open the inner gates of the mortuary. Note, when using keys in Torment, you only need to have them in your inventory to unlock a door. In some cases, the key will vanish after it's used. This is done when the key is no longer needed and frees up your inventory slots for more important items. Okay, so we didn't have to improvise a key from some skeletons, or at least we got a key from a shelf that's clearly labeled as a key, which is nice. Let's quickly check in with the zombie. Hmm. Maybe it's a different numbered corpse. Lots of desmen in the cremation chamber. Crematorium. If imagine clicking on a different option by accident and ruining the whole thing. Which reminds me I should quick save. Let's quick. No, don't go there yet. We have a hammer. Okay, this room is done. Let's go here. Quickly talk to the zombie worker. The entire body, horrible scars, worse even than your own, as if owner had been burned to death. Both its arms and legs have been broken and rebuilt with aid of leather straps and iron rods. Front of its skull bears the number 863, but the back of the skull has caved in, forming an empty cavity. You notice that someone has taken advantage of this and tucked a rolled piece of parchment inside the skull. Okay. You slip the parchment out of the worker's skull. Oddly enough, it looks as if the skull cavity is intended to store messages. A tiny string is attached to the parchment from a hook bolted inside the skull, as if to keep the parchment from accidentally falling out. Unhook the string, take the parchment. You unhook the string and glance over the parchment. It looks like a reminder from one of the mortuary custodians. Judging from the note, the skeleton seems to be a walking messenger of sorts. Judging from the notes, as you take a second glance at the skeleton, you realize it has stopped in front of the slab because it can't figure out how to move past it. Okay. So it's just like a postman, I think. One of the dustmen is just gonna write something and put the parchment in his skull. He'll just take it to some other location. And yeah, it's just like an old school postman. Like, okay, it asks, is broken bones from combat or falling down? Like, I don't think asking these questions. Okay, let's quickly look at the rolled up piece of parchment. Appears to be some sort of message. The skeleton in the mortuary was supposed to tell you. This is the third and last request from the pry bar. If it has been misplaced, tell me. I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objection to maintaining the contracted workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeletons and the bolts are wedged in so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinets on the third floor have become stuck again due to heat and need pry bar to snap them open as well. If the pry bar is indeed lost, I'll see about procuring the service of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. Your aid in this matter would be appreciated. Unreadable signature has been scrolled. Let's check the pry bar description. Yeah, they already mentioned it here. I was wondering if that was additional context. Oh, I guess if we didn't find the pry bar accidentally or during exploration and we find this note instead, the note will direct us or at least force us to keep our eyes open for a pry bar, which will help us in opening containers and getting and having an easier time with getting bolts out of skeletons. I guess that might have been the purpose of that message, but also a nice little bit of world building with the way the skeletons access. Like, yeah, it's a funny or like it's like an interesting thing to discover, right, as you walk around. Yeah. More junk. If it stacks, then might as well take it, right? Yeah, it stacks. I don't know how it is a limit of stacking though. Okay. Quickly go into this chamber, loot everything here, and get out. Go down. Oh my god. Okay, I'll probably miss some things here, but we'll just not sweat about it. Dustman Embalming Charm Lesser. Mortuary task list. Okay. 3 charges. Strange metal bracket is inscribed left side. Judging from crude text, it appears to be priceless. Works by being held by a living creature. Then when pronouncing mantra to the true death, it is touched the forehead of a zombie or skeleton, and this is done the minor enchantment held within the item spread through the corpse, strengthening their bonds, killing traces of corpse rot and or grave mold, uh, and helping seal minor tears in screen. Does it embalming minor? So this invokes some sort of spell, and we can use it 3 times, maybe, and it maybe heals us and maybe gets rid of some status effects like corpse rot or grave mold. Maybe these are like status effects that will work on either you or mod. Similarly, simply place it on the quick item slot, then use it on the quick menu, or have more to use it on you. In order to take effect when cast, the target gains 2 to 8 temporary hit points and a temporary bonus of +1 armor class for half hour. I think +1 armor class means it goes up. It's a bonus. It's not a debuff, right? It's a buff. It's it's made to sound as a buff, but earlier we discovered that armor classes are more stronger the lower their number is. So if you add one to armor class, it probably makes it worse, right? That's why I thought maybe these are kind of glass cannon things where it increases your target gains 2 8 temporary hit points. Okay, not attack, it's just hit points that increases. So maybe armor reduces and hit points increase. The extra hit points will heal the target if he is less than max hit points, or they will give him bonus hit points for half an hour. Okay, it's good. We got some sort of a charm and a mortuary task list. Series of tasks in red. I would like contractor workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift. When the new initiate comes on duty, we have experienced too many contracted collapses where get heavy labor as of late. I fear the embalming enchantments initially used on the corpse may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every 8 hours and raised if they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in preparation room and free up more contracted workers for other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of. When possible, the original contracted shells are to be raised and be made to resume their duties. I have included spare embalming charms within the shells for initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or application of embalming fluid. So maybe the game is like hinting us that we should not be relying on shells too much. Just stitch ourselves up or bandage or use the embalming fluid instead. If that runs out, maybe we can use the. Okay, we get a cloth charm. We're gonna be a little quick now. Container is locked. We got bandages. Okay, we can attack this container. We got some coins, a bone charm, and a corpse fly charm. We don't have enough inventory slots. We have like so little inventory slots. Looks like it was frozen. It appears to be dead, but it can't be sure. Magic contained within the charm is activated when the insect is consumed. When swallowed, the recipient suddenly becomes extremely nauseous. A few seconds later, the charmed individual expels a stream of insects from their nose and mouth. Provided the charmed individual can keep their wits about them after casting, the caster can send this cloud to attack a target. Very, very uncertain little charm. Okay. Plus 2 armor class versus crushing attacks. Okay, I am. Okay. With old fingerbone, charm has been hollowed out and tiny symbols have been scratched. The user must snap it in two to activate it. How many uses though? I think okay, it's just one use. When snapped, the bone charm temporarily strengthens user's skeleton and acts as a ward against breaks and fractures. Snap the bone charm temporarily strengthens the user skeleton and access ward. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Uh, Access a ward against breaks and fractures. Charm gives the user overall bonus to their armor class and additional resistance against crushing attacks. Done. Okay. Okay, we seem to have quickly explored this area, and we should get back downstairs now. We might like try going back this direction just for a change. We'll see where it leads. Give me a moment actually.
All right.
Okay, we have opened the door on the first floor. We could also open here, I would imagine. Yeah, I think we are using the little mortuary sanctum key maybe. Okay, we have opened the door on the first floor. We could also open here. Imagine. Okay. That audio might have overlapped for a tiny bit, but hopefully it's okay now. Okay. I hope the audio isn't duplicating anymore. Might have been a small issue with the recording. Okay. Let's use the quick loot. Cleaning rags. It's a damn mass of rags which has been used to mop up blood and other less savory bloodly foods. Why would we need this? Why would we pick it up? We pick it up anyway. And our inventory is probably, oh my god, it's getting filled up so much. Ground item. I don't know what this is. I have to like drop items using this. Okay. Uh, we need to find a person whose remains are here in this southwest chamber, right? Maybe it's in that locked container. It's a locked container here. The thing is, I'm having a little difficulty keeping track of all the things that we were supposed to be doing. Okay, let's quickly go open. We are using which weapon? We're using pry bar, and we can attack it. Ancient copper earring. So this must be. Oh, what is closed? It's a closed earring. Okay. We have to jam it open before we can wear it. Let's look at the description. This copper earring looks ancient. Oddly enough, there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved on the inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. So I think this might be when we had that memory revealed from revealed when we were talking to Iveen. Her name was Iveen, I think. Yeah, this might we might be able to use it if you are ever capable of certain knowledge. Okay, yeah. Strange grooves carved on the inside of the earring. Yep. Good stuff. Alright. So let's open inventory. Let's do a quick save. Let's open the inventory. Use it. This copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. There is a series of strange grooves on in the inside of the earring. Examine the grooves. The grooves are evenly spaced along the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, they remind you of small fangs. They are definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they were intended for. They are definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they were intended for. Hmm. Small fangs. I guess maybe it was a woman who's we were trying to. We should look at the journal actually. We should look at the journal. The journal. Maybe type earring. We don't have any earring. Memory. Okay. Watching Avian stitch up the corpse with her talons triggered a strange memory. I recall performing a similar operation on a corpse long ago, except that I think I was placing something inside its chest rather than taking something out. It felt like I was putting whatever it was in there so that I could retrieve it later. In memory, when I crossed my arms, the corpse itself crossed its arms as well. It had number 42 written on its scalp. I forgot if we ever saw 42. Actually, did we ever see a 42 somewhere here? Do we need to go around trying to find out a 42? Miss Zombie Worker? Especially gas-looking female corpse is missing its ears, nose, and lips in order to whoever prepared her to draw the skin especially tight. You can see a line of crooked yellow teeth through the open slit that remains. The number 891 has been carved. I don't think we are resourceful enough to find 42 at this moment. I'm just checking for the numbers actually really quickly. Not hopeful that we'll find anything, but let's just be.
What's up? Good is done.
Oh no, take it.
All right.
I don't think it will be a random corpse like this. That'll be really. At least it won't be anything significant. Oh, you can talk to him about the disguised zombie. We're not gonna do that at the moment. We still have some use for him. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising. Okay, it is right here talking about 42. Contact the necromancer possible responsible raising contractual for 42. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I'm certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to the commands, but when it has completed a task, it resumes its pacing in the same circular pattern as it did before. Dal recently informed me that the worker 42 exhibited that same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow or a or the skeleton's age may have caused the magic animating to decay. One of the initiates suggested it may be following an order issued by a higher ranking dustman. One of the initiates suggested that it may be following an order issued by a higher ranking dustman in the past, but I have found no record of such an order. Whatever the reason for its behavior, its matter may not be resolved or occur. Okay, so we have 42. That's one of the zombies lined up on the top of the mortuary, and we have our journal which suggests this thing. Uh, I recall performing a similar operation on a corpse long ago. Except that I think I was placing something inside its chest rather than taking something out. It felt like I was putting whatever it was there so that I could retrieve it later. In the memory, when I crossed my arms, the corpse itself crossed its arms as well. It had number 42 written on its scalp. The thing is, I'm like now trying to spot where we were talking about the earring or what we were supposed to find in the southwest preparation room. That's the sad part. I remember something was to be found in the southeast preparation room. Let's search for preparation room once in the journal to see if something comes up. Prepare. Oh my god. Prepare. South east. Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember where I just don't remember where we spotted that at this point. Uh, so what are the things that we have to look forward to? We should be stopping really soon, so we should try to deliver the we should try to deliver the needle and embalming fluid to both Irene and the zombie here, the false zombie here, and see where it leads. That's two things that we can pick up. Then what we can do is we have a lot of okay. We have to inspect this, use it, examine the grooves. There anyway. We'll quickly go to the 42 zombie once and see if there is any interaction we can do with the zombie. That'll be the last thing we do. Okay,
All right.
let's quickly run over to the zombie. I think he's here. I hope no Desmond finds us. Oh no, this is 79. What am I thinking? It has to be a skeleton. Corpse meaty head was clearly severed at some point. Number 79. So there is 79 associated with something in the. Examine the fang circle. The fang circle looked like it was branded on the corpse's forehead long ago, presumably before it died. It might be a religious. Did I not examine this thing last time? Okay. Glad I came back because I think I just quit out of the conversation, talked about the fang circle in the menu, and then just forgot about it maybe. The fang circle looked like it was branded on the corpse's forehead long ago, presumably before it died. It might be a religious icon of some sort or a rite of passage. You notice that one of the recesses between the inner fangs has a small triangle within it, as if it has some special significance. I wonder if the space between the fangs match the grooves on the copper earring I have.
Updated my journal.
The corpse makes no reply. It looks like it is far too gone to answer any of your questions. So now if we'll just check what the journal had to say. Forehead of Zombie 79, looking at the symbol remainder of an ancient copper ring I got from the southeast preparation room. Perhaps the two are connected. Okay. And the small triangle signal has some significance. There is a small triangle-like thing here, but it might not be the same. There are way too many shapes in the circle uh, to like precisely say or like predict the triangle would be this. But let's talk to them again and see. We can't. We can't inspect the. Okay. Kixlay wants. What is like really triggering me at the moment is that I can't remember the significance of 79 and the earring that we were supposed to find in southeast room. I forgot what that earring was. Like who was there in the southeast preparation room? That's just super annoying that I can't remember. Okay, I'll have to go back in the recording and see maybe what that is. But let's as the final thing, let's just look at this thing again and see if its use has any changes. Okay, this copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of attaching it to the other series of strange grooves. Examine the grooves. Insert your fingernail into the notch that matches where the triangle was pointing in the fanged circle is on zombie's head. So you're going to like you've aligned that fang on zombie's head and you've noticed a triangle pointing at one of the fangs, and then now you're going to use your fingernail to like jam in that particular little fang to see if or notch to see if something changes. Evenly spaced along the inside of the earring. Upon closing, they remind you of a small fangs. They are definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they're intended for. Zombies were okay. You hook your fingernail into the third groove from the top, press it inward, and as you do, there's a click, and the top of the earring snaps open. Now you can wear the not only can you wear the earring now, it also looks like there's a secret compartment inside the earring. You shake the earring, but nothing comes out. Whatever was hidden in the earring is gone now. Somebody took it out. Discovering the latch to the earring will now allow you to wear it. In addition, the secret compartment may make the earring more valuable to a merchant. Okay. Now that we have unveiled its secrets, its worth has increased in a different ways. If we can wear it, that's one, but also its monetary value has increased. Let's go to the inventory. Hollow, closed and hollow. Not only does this allow the wearing to be worn, sorry, has series of grooves cut open. Although there doesn't appear to be an obvious way to wear it, can be unlocked by hooking the fingernail into a third groove from the top and pressing inwards. Not only does this allow it, but also opens up a hollow compartment inside the earring where messages or other small items can be stored. The earring might be worth more to a merchant as a result. Okay, done. Let's wear it. Oh, we have an earring already, the triangle one, and this doesn't have like any benefits at the moment, but we are not, I don't know what benefits this one has. We don't even know what it does actually. Yeah. Okay. We'll wear this. Maybe it has some lore significance. So we'll wear it and we'll keep the triangle earring here. This is probably some way significant. I'll have to figure out what the 79 means. Wow. The number of commons I have is also 79. Very ominous. But we'll stop it here for today. Okay, we'll go downstairs and stand staring at the false zombie just so we know where to start next time. So yeah, next time we'll be looking at finishing the conversations or side quests of the false zombie and our what's the designation of this person? She's the other one's a scribe. She's I don't know what she is. I don't. My brain isn't functioning at the moment. So we'll talk to her and we'll finish talking to him. These are the two things we need to do. We'll quick save, make a main save, and then leave it as is. We'll keep a few of them. Maybe we'll back it up and clean up this space later. Did our alignment change? Let's quickly check the alignment. Obviously, we have spent very little, like we haven't really done any significant. Yeah, we are still true neutral. Save and we'll save game, new game, save. Okay, all right. That's it for today.